we're going to talk about frame. The frame, that's the connection of the arms to your own body and your arms to your partner. It's through the connection with the arms to your torso that you transmit what your body is doing to your partner so they can respond to it. So it's important that the lines of communication through your arms are open and that the lady can receive the information. If my arms are too floppy and loose, then she's not going to feel what I'm doing. So if they're loose, I can move inside them. She feels nothing. If they're too stiff and tight, I'll end up pushing her off her foot. I'll push her off balance. So I want to have a nice tone in my arms, holding them up at about sternum height. We can do a little exercise to figure out, how much tone exactly you need.
So, ladies, you're responsible. Don't think that the man is responsible for your frame. You are responsible for your frame because you're connecting your body weight to him. So this tone is equal. Michael has tone in his arms, you have tone in his. So the little exercise we're going to do is I'm going to push down on Michael's arms. I'll push up. I'll move them, try and move them around, and he's got tone. He's braced his arms through his back and his spine, and I can't move them. He's going to do the same to me. And you can kind of give a really good push, and you should be able to feel the tone in your body and all the way through to your arms so that you don't move your frame. You are responsible for that tone, ladies, and for holding your arms up in the correct position.
Now, it's important that you create the tone not by contracting muscles and making everything smaller, but by thinking of expanding and pushing out. So you're creating tone through stretching out away from the center, not by pulling in.
Excellent. So now, once you've done that little tone exercise with the stretching up towards your partner, then we actually want to connect our weight. So we can do it in two ways. We can connect our weight away from each other.
So that's a pull connection.
Or we can connect it towards each other.
Push connection.
So we want to work on this. You'll see our hands have joined in the middle of our bodies right now, and they're not going to deviate. So if I have spaghetti arms, the hands will move around. If Michael has floppy arms, his body might move and the hands move around. So the exercise is keep the hands exactly where they are, keeping the tone in that frame.
Now understand that the man is the one who's actually doing the leading. So I'm going to actually determine the position of the frame, and the lady's going to connect to me.
So now, show me where you want my frame. Perfect. I attach to him. Now we need to move, holding our own frame. So first of all, when we did movement, we just did up and down. So I'm going to read Michael's body weight, how far down and how far up he's going. So he's going down all the way to the toes this time. And you notice how the hands are staying in between our body with our weight towards the whole time. I'm just going to do it badly. Sorry. You can see Michael stop because he can't feel my body weight. So keep that tone and feel it through the legs and the body weight towards the hands.
The second direction is forwards and backwards. So with this connection here, I'm going to start moving forwards, and my arms are transmitting the movement of my body through to Tony. What I'm not doing is actually trying to push her out of the way and then move. I'm leaving my arms where they are, connected to my body, flexing through my ankles and knees and hip joints, and then just moving my body weight forwards and backwards, and she feels that, and she responds to it.
Now you can see that we're keeping our own posture, we're brushing our feet across the floor, and maintaining the frame. These are the first three elements that you are responsible for. Your partner is not responsible for posture, movement, and frame. Okay, the last element that we did in our movement was side to side. So let's do that together, and I'm just going to back you right here. So you can see we're just going to go side to side right now. You'll notice our feet are brushing on the floor. I feel Michael moving side to side through the frame, and I can feel if he adds the waltz element of rise and fall, and we have beautiful balanced posture and a lovely frame connection.
And she's following me beautifully here.
Ah, thank you very much. All right. Last thing before we go into the holds is we have a practice frame. So instead of holding our hands up like so, a practice frame is where I hook my middle fingers over the man's elbow joints, and I keep my frame. You can see I keep my elbows stretched forward and to the side, and I put them into his hands on both sides. When Michael and I are going to be demonstrating the figures for you, a lot of the time we're going to be teaching in practice hold. Another form is from here. Michael can just slip the right hand onto my shoulder blade and then keep the practice hold with his left arm and my right arm. This is a great way to practice learning a step. You don't have to have body contact. You can really focus on keeping your posture, moving beautifully and working on your own footwork without worrying about having the head extensions for left and the proper hold. So that's a teaching tool that we use. Make sure you focus on working on your own frame, and then we'll be ready to go into our dance holds.